If you're in the Omaha area and looking for a new tattoo, check out our sponsor, Ink Union Tattoo Company, rated Best of Omaha in 2025. They've got all your tattoo needs covered. Book your appointment at inkunion.com.
Hey, this is Mark Patton, and we're on the road with Moose's Monster Mash.
You're listening to Moose's Monster Mash.
Welcome, Horror Hounds, to an all-new episode of Moose's Monster Mash. I'm your host, Moose, and this is a very, very special episode for me personally, because it's one I've been waiting to do with the person I've been waiting to have on the show, and, you know, it's not often I get to talk to somebody about their horror debut, and that's exactly what we're doing here. And with that said, here to talk about the new movie Skate to Hell is my friend and also my co-host on the Zoobilee Zoo podcast, Mr. Michael B. Moynahan.
Moose, how long has it been since it was just you and me?
Oh, it's been at least 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's great to be back on Moose's Monster Mash.
I mean, you and I sat down and we started the trend of interviewing all the Zoobles.
Yep.
And now you are only the second cast member of Zoobilee Zoo to ever be on the horror side of the podcast.
Wow.
The other one was the late Sandy Grin, who, you know, worked on Child's Play, Abuse, and all that. But yeah, it's as soon as you told us that told Billy and I that you were doing this, it's like, all right, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Well, you're right. I haven't done a horror movie, TV show, anything in my career. I've always seemed to play parts like wholesome, all-American, straight-laced, and then I get this call out of the blue. You want to be in my movie Skate to Hell. And it was the director, Shawn C. Phillips.
Well, and Sean's a Zoobilee Zoo fan, isn't he?
That's right. It all started. Let's go back to the beginning. Why don't we? I was, many years ago, I was kind of just, scrolling through Facebook stuff, and I saw something came up about Zoobilee Zoo, so I clicked on it, and it was Shawn C. Phillips does his Tuesday video and Blu-ray reviews, and he goes around to Target and Walmart and looks to see what's new on the shelves and stuff. And well, I don't know how he got this DVD set of Zoobilee Zoo episodes, so it must have been bootlegged somehow. And he was talking about it, and we had fond memories of watching Zoobilee Zoo as a kid, and I just thought it was really neat. And I sent him a comment. I said, hey, it's really great to see you talk about Zoobilee Zoo. It's so dear, close to my heart, and such a special part of my life. And then he got back to me, not right away, and he said, oh, I'm, nice to meet you. I make movies now, and I'd love to put you in one of my movies. And I was like, yeah, I'm an actor. Great. Put me in your movie. And then it wasn't for years later that he said, oh, I think I've got the right part for you. And I said, great. And he says, we're shooting these days and blah, blah, blah. And then that fell through for some reason. And, but, I didn't, no hard feelings. It's not like he promised me anything.
So that's the business.
Yeah. And then he called me a little over 2 years ago, or messaged me. And Shawn likes to send messages over Facebook Messenger and records them. So it's actually his voice. And it's so special when I get a message from Shawn, because it's always, Shawn is just such a really classy, sweet, down-to-earth, authentic guy. And he said, hey, Michael, I have a part for you in my new movie, Skate to Hell, and I hope you can do it. and I got back to him right away. Said, I have been wanting to work with you for so long, Shawn. Shawn is a great actor, and I've seen him in really, really strong roles as an actor, and now he's directing, still acting some, but I was so excited to work with him, and it all worked out. And I went to Las Vegas last April, so April of 2000, no, April of 2024, and we shot Skate to Hell, and his brother Ethan Phillips writes the scripts with Shawn, and they wrote this really colorful, funny, quirky role, the role of Howard, who is the son of the devil, and the devil makes his son a skateboard, and my character Howard skates around the surface, and the skateboard has evil powers. I can bring people to hell on my skateboard. Well, my skateboard gets stolen, and by these skater kids, and one at a time they get brought to hell, and they have to live out their personal hell. Well, along the way, there are these funny, funny scenes where Howard starts losing his evil powers and starts becoming more human-like. And I'm telling you, it was a really great opportunity to play a role that, starts, on one end of the spectrum, and through the course of the movie, I get to go through all these changes, and it was really a great experience. And my child, who happens to be 26 now, loves horror movies, and now my child is interested in my career now that I'm doing horror movies, because last April of 25, I did Shawn's next movie, Desert Fiends 2, and you ready for the big surprise?
You doing another one?
Yep. Shawn just told me he has a part for me in his upcoming movie, Lost Media.
Look at you.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to have me on again and again,
I'm game
to promote these movies. Skate to Hell, before we go into this too far, Skate to Hell is available for pre-sale on Amazon.com, and officially gets released on March 3rd.
Just $19.99.
Yeah,
It's gonna be worth it.
So, and it's a really fun movie. I have a really fun part, and great actors like, Eric Roberts, Academy Award nominated actor, is in it, and Todd Bridges.
Yeah,
Mason
the cast
Reese.
list on this is
Yeah,
insane.
let's hear it.
So from the start, and I'm probably going to mess this up, is Joseph Poliquin,
Great guy.
Elizabeth Chamberlain, Nicole Butler, who's in a lot of Shawn's films, also with you in Desert Fiends 2.
Well, and she produces Shawn's films, and so she's doing double duty, and she does really great at both those duties.
Riley Wade Chase, Marcus D. Spencer, some guy named Michael B. Moynahan, Todd Bridges, Kevin Duffy, John Potash, and then we get into this other list of characters: Eric Roberts, Jenna Jameson, Spencer Breslin, Robert Carradine, James Duvall, Robert Lasardo. I mean, this list just, without going off of everybody, I mean, there's Lisa Wilcox, Brett Wagner, Eileen Dietz, Doug Tate, John Dugan, Grandpa from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Lee Waddell, the original Ghostface. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, it just keeps going.
Yeah. And these are all actors who really want to work with Shawn. It's so much fun on Shawn's sets, and Shawn is so creative and lets his actors get creative. And so all these people that you just named, a lot of them are approaching Shawn. Just last weekend, we had the premiere for Skate to Hell, and it was the night before the Days of the Dead convention started, and Shawn and Nicole had a panel for Desert Fiends, and I went to it because I wanted to support them. And well, they had a great weekend and a great booth set up, and right across the aisle from where their booth was set up was a table and an actor who I've loved for many, many years, was right across the way, and he actually, he saw all these people coming to meet Sean and Nicole, and he approached Sean about being in the next movie. And he's someone that I look forward to working with. Sean says we will have scenes together. Robert Romanus. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
I loved Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and he was so good in it. And he's had a great career. But they were telling me, the people at the table over the weekend were telling me, yeah, he came over. He saw all these people coming over to see Sean and Nicole and the other actors from Desert Fiends. And he was really interested. Next thing you know, he's in the upcoming movie, Lost Media.
Well, as you've never done horror before, what you're about to find out is two things. People like horror movies, and they really like horror comedies.
Mm-hmm.
And in some cases, the schlockier, the better. And I mean, that's where Troma made their millions, was in schlocky horror. And it's, we talked about it a little bit before. As long as the movie and the director knows what they're getting themselves into and they don't take it too seriously, if they're in that schlocky, in the schlock horror genre, it comes out really good. And fans flock to it. And like, I, for one, really love campy, schlocky horror movies because they're not serious. They're not, it's not something that, is going to keep you up at night. It's a fun watch. And, they always have new innovative kills. They have there's always, there's the cheap gags, the low hanging, and it's great. It's great to watch. It's weird to say, but it's a feel good horror movie.
Yeah. Well, this is definitely campy, and there's some really interesting and very funny kills, a term that I've never used on a movie set. But now I know that kills are really important because, Sean and Nicole, they do crowdfunding to raise the money for these movies. And I think Lost Media is on Indiegogo, but I heard Nicole saying that they're going to switch over to another format, but they're selling perks. And I hadn't heard of a perk before. And I still didn't hear what a perk was until I was actually doing a scene, my first scene in Skate to Hell. Maybe not the first one, but early on. And one of the actors came on to do like one line, couldn't remember the line, couldn't hit the marks. And I thought, well, that's strange. Why would that person get hired as an actor? And I look over at one of the guys on the crew that I'd become friendly with, and he smiled and he gave me a nod like, I'll tell you later. So then between shots, I went over, who was that actor? They were really pleasant and nice and fun to hang out with, but and he goes, oh, it's a perk actor. I go, a what actor? Well, it's a perk actor. They paid to be in it, and that's how they fund the movies, with perks. And then I thought, whoa, that's genius. And you told me it's been going on for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great way to fund your film. It is kind of a gamble because you don't necessarily know what kind of person you're going to get, but it gives people the chance to, usually it's like you pay to have a scene with one of the stars.
Yeah.
You're guaranteed to be in a scene with you're not paying just to be an extra.
Right.
So.
But I think you can pay. I think
there are sometimes, yes, you can just pay to be an extra.
And there are perks like you could be an assistant producer and have your name in the credits, be a producer.
So that's one of the great things about crowdfunding is there's really something for everyone. Like there's a lot of times for like a very low donation, you can get like a thank you on IMDb or in the credits. And sometimes it goes up to like the thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And hundreds of movies get funded this way. And
I had never heard of it. I think it's great.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a nice, it brings out the community in some of these films, and it also helps build the buzz prior to the movie coming out.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I've seen around Shawn C. Phillips and Nicole Butler Vegas and that whole family. It's like a family, but they're surrounded by a community that is so supportive, that want to be part of it. Think about people who have dreamt their whole lives of being an actor in a movie, and now they can do it. They just, pay for the perk and they get to be in a movie. Like a dream come true. And so it's a really supportive community that Shawn and Nicole have surrounded themselves with, and I'm just thrilled to be part of it, and thrilled that Shawn called me again to be in another movie. I'm honored. It's great, and it's fun starting a new career in a new genre.
I was gonna say, it
It's
sounds
really
like you've
cool.
locked in a new trajectory with horror, and this is going to be a fun ride.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there'll be another one after this one coming up. I hope so. But I saw Skate to Hell, and I'm pretty darn funny in it, Paul. I think you're gonna really like it.
I can't wait. I can't believe you told me about this 2 years. I knew it'd
I
been a
know.
long time, but good Lord, man.
Yeah, and you already knew who Shawn C. Phillips was then, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I remember we were recording an episode of the Zoobilee Zoo podcast, and you were telling Billy and I that, and listeners, it's Billy Peck, he comes on the show a lot, also co-host of the Zoobilee Zoo podcast. You were telling us about this opportunity, and it's like, yeah, take it.
Yeah.
Definitely do it. I mean, it's one of those things in life where if you have the chance to do it, do it.
Yeah. It really is. Like it's a chance of a lifetime, an opportunity that wasn't available to people before. And now here it is, an opportunity to live out a dream, be in a movie. It's great.
Well, and in your case, think about it. Pre-social media, how hard would it have been for you and Shawn to have connected? Like,
Yeah,
it
I don't know.
probably wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as much as, and it's weird because it's the double-edged sword of social media. It's like most days I hate it,
Uh-huh.
but there are times where you can connect with people that without it you'd never connect with ever in your life.
Yeah.
And it's so bizarre,
Yeah.
the world we live in. And now you've gone from playing the all-American kid, been a bear, you've been, a kid opposite Michael P. Keaton, and now you're the devil's son.
The devil's son. And do you know who plays the devil, right? In human form,
Yep.
Mason Reese.
Yep.
And he does a great job. He's very funny. And
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That he
and
has
Robert Lasardo plays the devil in the devil form.
So both of them have a very good demeanor for both versions. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they kind of balance out.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about these great opportunities to be in a movie, and Lost Media is shooting in Las Vegas from April 17th to April 30th. And if anybody wants to be a part of it, you can go to Lost Media / upcoming horror comedy slasher on Facebook. Lost Media - upcoming horror comedy slasher film. You could probably just type in Lost Media movie, and then it'll direct you to the Indiegogo from there. Be in a movie. Come out and hang out in Vegas. Have some fun.
Oh yeah. So without giving the character, what was your favorite kill?
Oh my gosh. Well, in Skate to Hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that I've got it narrowed down to, and I don't kill many in Skate to Hell, but boy, I really get this poor girl and I start doing those armpit farts. You know, when you're a kid, you make the fart sound in your armpit. And each time I do it, smoke comes out and her face starts smoking and eventually starts melting and her whole face melts off. I can't give too much away, Paul.
That's a hell
But
of a way to die.
that was really fun. Oh, I killed 2 others in that too. That's right. And then yeah, it's hard for me not to give everything away, but yeah. And that's early on in the movie. It's pretty good, pretty gruesome, pretty gory, pretty gross.
So, favorite memory on
Great favorite memory on set. Let's see. Um, on Skate to Hell, you know, my first movie I did with Shawn, I became close with some of the crew guys, and um, one of the greatest makeup artists I've ever worked with is Eric Yoder, and he did Skate to Hell and also Desert Fiends 2, and Eric is just so talented and just a really good guy. And it was Eric, it was Cameron Jute, who is the cinematographer, and Guthrie Lowe, who is the sound designer, sound man. And the 3 of us stayed together in a house, and every day, uh, every day we'd come home and talk about what happened that day, what's going to happen the next day. And we would laugh, we'd have a beer, we'd just talk about everybody, the funny things that happened. Are my favorite memories, I think, on the set. But let me think about something that actually was on the set that happened. Um, there's a scene in like a homeless shelter, and I get to be in a scene with Eric Roberts, and I mean that's a great memory as an actor because I've always respected Eric Roberts as an actor, and he was nominated for an Academy Award. Uh, he it was really cool to be in scenes with him, and so I think I'd say those scenes I did with Eric Roberts were my best memories. You know, being on the set, thinking, "Wow, this guy's the real deal." And but then you know, Todd Bridges, we had scenes together. A really good guy. Used to watch him on on TV all the time. And Jenna Jameson. This like we said earlier, the people that want to work with Shawn.
Used to watch her on TV all the time too.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know the feeling on Shawn's sets is so happy, so positive, and you know it's just something really cool to be a part of.
That's awesome.
I'll tell you another great memory. On We were doing Skate to Hell. It was like my first day, second day, and we're shooting in this back alley in Las Vegas, and some jerky guy, ran through our cones that were set up to block cars from coming through, and he started yelling at us. And I've never heard Shawn say a curse word. But he came close when the guy was yelling at us and sped off. And Shawn said, "That's right, you turd bird." So everybody just got a big kick out of that. That's as mean as Shawn could get. And when you see the movie, you'll hear me throw in that line "turd bird." And I took it from Shawn. It was ode to Shawn C. Phillips. I threw it in as an ad lib.
Oh, that's great. Did you have any issues like switching from, your typical like wholesome like family character archetype to this now horror comedy type of role?
Not at all. I grew up acting. Yeah, I started acting when I was in elementary school, doing plays, and then in middle school doing bigger plays in the community theater and in the Downey Civic Light Opera, and I was already training in acting, singing, dancing, and as an actor, that's my job, is to be able to play different types of roles and not get stuck in one type of role only that I could manage to play. And so it was a great challenge, but one that I was really looking forward to. And like I said, it's a horror comedy. It's not like super dark, scary stuff. It's fun. So, and I have a lot of experience doing comedic roles, so it was easy and fun.
That's awesome. So, before we wrap this up, where can listeners keep up to date with this stuff? Well, I guess everything you have coming out between Desert Fiends 2, Lost Media, anything else you might be in?
Well, Facebook is where they really have their big presence. So if you go to Facebook and type in Skate to Hell movie, it'll take you to the Skate to Hell website. It's really fun. Nicole Butler Vegas really does a great job keeping up the sites on Facebook. And Skate to Hell on Facebook. And then the second movie I did with Shawn, Desert Fiends 2, but really fun movie. And James DeBello plays my brother in that one. And another star-studded cast. And so you could check out Desert Fiends 2 on Facebook and see everything that's happening with that. That's, I hear, being sweetened with sound right now, and I don't have a release date for it, but
so yeah, no, I think it just went to the audio mixer, so hopefully.
How do you know all this?
I follow it on Facebook.
Oh, excellent.
So hopefully end of the year would be nice.
Yeah. I know Nicole said that there's another Days of the Dead convention in Vegas in the beginning of September, and I heard that they want to have it ready for that. You'll love this though. I couldn't wait to tell you and Billy. I told you I went to the convention to support the panel for Desert Fiends, and just to be there, and it's just fun to be around everybody. Anyway, Shawn C. Phillips pointed me out. He said, "Oh, one of my actors from Skate to Hell and Desert Fiends 2 is here, Michael B. Moynahan, and he was on one of my favorite shows as a kid, Zoobilee Zoo." Well, something tells me the horror comedy world has a lot of crossover with 80s kids show, because a lot of people turned around, "Oh, we love Zoobilee Zoo, we love Zoobilee Zoo," and the moderator even stopped and came down. "I have to shake your hand." That's
wow.
I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but if everybody wants to check out Lost Media movie on Facebook, Desert Fiends 2, and Skate to Hell, you can keep up with us, and you might even want to buy a perk in the upcoming movie Lost Media.
Definitely support the new movie.
If you're looking for something to help you just relax or need something to take that edge off, GREENLIGHT Natural has got you covered. Omaha's premier dispensary, located in the historic Benson neighborhood, offers flower, wax, edibles, and so much more. Now at the second location out at 84th and F. Check them out at greenlightnatural.com.
And as always, those links will be in the episode description. You can find me and other great podcasters and podcasts, like the Zoobilee Zoo podcast, over at electronicmediacollective.com. Be sure to follow me on YouTube at Moose Media Inc. and on Facebook at Moose's Monster Mash.
And don't forget to get your pre-order for Skate to Hell on Amazon, $19.99. Comes out March 3rd.
And go pre-order Skate to Hell. That way that everyone's hard work is paid for and paid off. And it's how you now know how the sausage is made, folks. Buy the sausage.
Buy the sausage. Oh, it's delicious.
It sounds delicious. Michael, this is long overdue. Can't wait to do it again when Desert Fiends 2 is out to talk about. And
are you going to have me back on?
Oh, absolutely.
Great. I'll have some really good stories for that one.
By then, we can dive more into this one.
Great. Yeah. You will have seen it by then. And
I say people have had eyes on it by then. We could definitely talk more about it. And then we can promote the next one. And we'll just have this running series for a while.
That's right. Who knows? I might be doing one a year with Shawn.
Hey.
That'd be really cool. Yeah.
And until next time, Horror Hounds, mash on.
Thanks, Moose.
This has been Moose's Monster Mash. Come back for more chills and thrills if you dare.